Brewers log, April 10th, 2021. So, it's been a while since I've started anything. I finally moved all of my coffee liqueurs down to the lower shelf, and I'm going to let them sit for at least a few more months before I do anything with them. I did get a few things started tonight, especially making 2 gallons of honey ginger cider, and I'm noticing that these have been only sitting here for about an hour or two at this point, and I'm already seeing bubbles coming up, which is one of the main reasons I love these bubblers instead of the other ones I used to use. Is that one, I can see there's pressure in it already, and it's a lot easier to see the bubbles coming out of it than it is on the other or stoppers that I used to use. This did use just member mark of apple juice. It is using a different honey than I've done before. I'd found some pure and simple honey at a local grocery store that seems to be somewhere out of Missouri, so it's not that far away. Decided I'd give it a try. Seems to be working. It follows my normal recipe of using a teaspoon of yeast nutrient, half a teaspoon of SO4 yeast, and a half a teaspoon of pectin enzyme. And the main reason I use that is because I am using the ginger in it, so we'll see how that works. One of the main reasons that I haven't been doing anything is that I started my ginger bug and my kombucha back in February, and we got 2+ weeks of freezing weather. Most days we went several weeks without ever getting above freezing, and we had almost a week straight that we were below zero. And during that time, my area down here got the temperature all the way down to 45 degrees. Tonight I am sitting at 63 degrees, which is a lot better than it had been down here. I was still in the 50s last week, and then this week it's finally got into the 60s, and my scoby started actually growing again. It looks good, so at this point I have made my new coffee with the sugar in it, and right now I'm just waiting for it to cool. I'll probably end up moving the scoby from one jar to the other tomorrow, and then my kombucha will be and add the rest of the kombucha into there, and it should be started. I finally gave up after a week of trying to get my ginger bug running, and it never actually started bubbling at all. So I finally threw it out after 10 days of it not doing anything, and today I started a new one. So there is about an inch of ginger in there, along with a tablespoon of raw cane sugar, which is this sugar that's back here. So hopefully I will add more ginger and more sugar to this every day, and hopefully in 3 or 4 days it'll start bubbling, and then I can make a gallon of ginger ale and see how it comes out when I make it straight. But these were because these weren't working, and I didn't get anything else started for the last month, because most of February and March we were just too cold, and I couldn't keep the temperature going down here. So now that my scoby is growing, I am going to get my kombucha going, and I have the 2 new gallons of cider going. So we'll see how this works, and hopefully this time it doesn't get cold again, and the temperature can stay in the mid to upper 60s down here, and we should have something working again. So that's all I was able to get done today. Hopefully a little more tomorrow.